Hey, there he is. So, like I say, I'm going to keep this battery charging all day. No loads on it other than the MPPT, which is, I can't do anything without it. So, what's going on right now? I got here, it's cold. I got the battery was still climatized at home, so I could put a charge to it right away. But the first thing I did when I came here, propane's on, wood stove's on. Heat is flowing heavily in the tiny house, which is a good thing. Now, what I want to do also, on my computer, I have the layout of the parameters that I have to set my lithium batteries on. I think at home, what I'm going to do, because we have a printer there, I'm going to take my computer, hook it up to the printer, print off a spreadsheet of the settings for my lithium battery, and then keep it here. Maybe keep a couple copies here. And that way, I don't have to keep bringing my laptop over here in case the MPPT gets wiped and then I'm pooched, right? So, not a good thing. I'm going to reopen that program for giggles. Okay. This time it says it's, oh. Okay, let's try something. This time it's reading it and says it does not exist. So we'll see. Okay, read. It's doing something. I don't see flashes. Operation failed. Computers. Yeah. So, okay. View station. Yeah. You can see my breath in here. Yeah, so I'm about done with this. Like I said, like the last time I shot a video trying to do this, guys, doesn't work. I don't think it ever did work, and it's probably like a gimmicky thing where they, you know, try to sell you some junk. Not that I want to exactly... I really don't care about monitoring so much as having my settings permanently saved, which they are now. But I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna print off at home everything from the computer here for the settings wise for the MPPT. That way it's here. That way I have it always, and eventually, if I repeat it enough, it'll sink into my brain, and then we'll be good to go. Oh, look at this. 67% at 12.8 already. Hey, hey. And if I actually hit the overvolt disconnect, which I did already before got cold out, that's perfect, because then I'll just disconnect, shut the solar off. Well, I'll shut the solar off, then disconnect. Then this battery comes home, and that's it. So today's pretty basic at the tiny house, guys, though I do got to shoot a ton of videos because it's my only day off this week. Again, I'm actually lucky to have a day off. I haven't had a day off in a month or two, something like that. Oh no, we had one other, that was not really a day off though, because that was, we had to go down to check for my dad's checkup there. It was, let's see. Yeah, it was a whole day of his checkup, but it was good news. Since I'm onto that subject, I'll give you guys an update on my dad. Basically, we went down. Looks like I got horns with the shadows of my glasses here. Basically, we went down. My dad had his blood drawn by his cancer doctor. She checked him out. she said, yeah, we're not doing any more maintenance on you, which is the chemotherapy drug that they shoot into his gut, or were shooting into his gut. They canceled that, which is good. And all they're going to do to follow up with him is they're going to periodically check his blood count once a month. And he can do this in town, and then the company in town faxes the info to her doctor, or his doctor, and good to go. So he's still on the cannabis oil, guys. I'll tell you a funny story. This wrist hurt like hell, like carpal tunnel, one day after work, and I just so happened to, I said, you know what? I'm just going to take a little bit of my dad's Rick Simpson oil. So I did, and I took a little, and about, I don't know, the first hour after eating it, I felt tingly in my wrist. The second hour, I felt nothing. I was floating on cloud 9, no pain, everything was cool. And then the third hour rolled around, and that was the first time I think I've been high as a kite. And man, I tell you what, whew, it was funny because I was just doing some gaming with my brother, because that's basically how we communicate, because he lives in another city, pretty far away, and he's a big gamer. So we talked through the console, do a little gaming. And after we did that, I went and watched the Watchmen series on from Netflix there, and I was watching some episode, and I was high as a kite still, guys. And man, I was like, I don't know what was going on, but if you want to see something funky, man, watch the Watchmen when you're high as a kite, and that's something else. And it was a crazy episode too. It was about Looking Glass. I think the episode was called Glass or something. I'm not entirely sure. I could be totally wrong, but that was a funky episode. And if you were high watching it like I was, holy crap. And then once that episode was done, I crawled into bed and had a nice sleep. And I think, oh yeah, in the morning, this is crazy. In the morning, I woke up and I was still flying a little high as a kite. So I was worried. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to go to work? But I had to go to work. There's no getting out of that. But that was an interesting little deal. And I took a tiny bit of his cannabis oil. Now, I wasn't... Now, most of you think, oh yeah, this dude Rob over here, he's just pounding the oil back. No. It's going to my dad who needs it for his cancer, guys. It's not a recreational thing. Unless you can afford that. But whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I did that. And... that was a fun experience, get to experience that. But like I said, all that stuff's for him. Haven't had pain in the wrist since. No carpal tunnel sensations or anything like that. So, I'm assuming it did its magic on me and got rid of anything else gunky inside of me, so that's a good thing. But like I said, I'm going to grow 4 more of those plants in the spring because, hey, that's gold. So I think I'm going to go out where it's warm in the next room and let my battery continue to charge all day. We're sitting at 13.2 volts already. 8.41 amps are going in. And what's it say down here? 71%. So I'm going to say within an hour or two, this battery will be fully charged. And that's sweet, because then I can actually... use it a little bit before, but I'll try to keep it as high topped off as possible before I bring it back with me. But I got a lot of stuff to do today in the tiny house. Back here, guys, in the storage room where it's completely dark right now, eventually I'm going to turn these lights on when the battery level gets up a little more. And I want to move my work table from the living room area back into the storage room area. Okay, and then yeah, I got some stuff to move around. That's the whole point. We gotta move a bunch of stuff around because, you know, we want to make it halfway decent in here. Not like there's anybody else here, but we're just gonna do that. So I'll see you guys over there.